If you only had 10 minutes a day to market your MSP, there's one single place where I would recommend you invested all of that time. It's the single most important place for MSPs to go marketing in 2025. And if you're not there, building it up every single day, you really are missing a massive marketing opportunity. Let me tell you what it is, how to leverage it, and a way to make it seem so easy that it feels like you're doing almost no work every day. Yet across a year, you're going to see huge results. I made a big decision with my MSP Marketing Edge product development team at the back end of last year, and we've launched an exciting new project which is now helping our members reach more decision makers on LinkedIn and better influence them there as well. But why my obsession with LinkedIn? Well, that's kind of easy. It is the most powerful social network for MSPs. Every prospect you could ever want is there, and you can easily reach them. Do you know what kind of businesses you'd most like to work with? Well, start by looking for them on LinkedIn. You want to connect with the decision makers and the influencers, and there are a few ways to do this. You could make a list of business names and run a LinkedIn search. Or you could decide on several verticals you like and search for, let's say, lawyers your town, accountants your town, etc., etc. You can also repeat this search on Google, adding the word LinkedIn, of course. For a shortcut, find someone in your town who's already connected to the people you want to reach. Connect to them and then connect to their connections. And by the way, there is a setting in LinkedIn that hides your connections to stop someone doing this to you. Now, every weekday, I recommend you attempt to connect to 10 new people. And yes, you may need a paid LinkedIn subscription to do this. And also, maybe only 2 of them will accept your connection request, which doesn't sound a lot until you look at the big picture figures. 2 connections a day times 5 days times 50 weeks equals 500 new connections a year, every year. And suddenly, the power of a marketing system strikes again. And this is why you want to turn this activity into a regular, probably even daily task. It's 10, maybe 15 minutes of work every day, which is nothing. But over a year, in the grand scheme of things, it compounds, and all of those tiny actions turn into something impressive. If you want to be really smart with this, then you'll personally not do this work yourself. Go and find a virtual assistant or a member of your team to make these connection requests every day for you. All you need to do is brief this person on the kind of connections that you want to make, and then give them access to your personal LinkedIn. You do it all in your LinkedIn. Now, I know that that might make you feel funny having someone else sat there in your LinkedIn, but so long as you find an assistant or a member of your team that you can trust and you put in place some checks, it will be okay. In fact, I've been operating this way for years on LinkedIn. If you and I have ever chatted on LinkedIn, well, if it was a very simple conversation that we had, it was probably not me. It was probably my virtual assistant, Christelle. Or if it was a more complex conversation, then it would have been me jumping in, but you wouldn't have known. It does mean that Christelle is doing 80% of the work on building up my LinkedIn and having basic conversations. And I just have to swoop in and do the 20% of stuff that really only I can do. Now, that's a really smart way of doing any marketing, and it's a great way of protecting your personal time while getting more solid marketing done. So let's summarize that. Building a simple system that attempts new connections every day and getting someone else to do this for you. This is very, very smart marketing that over time will give you a great big base of people to start talking to, a whole ton of leads that you can start working and generating prospects from.
Paul Green's MSP Marketing Edge.